Hey, this is Glenn Tobias from Ravensworth Custom Home Improvements. I know this is not the most formal setting I'm in, but hey, we're on YouTube and you see all kinds of stuff. I'm making this video because I'm just leaving home of a very, very nice couple. Couldn't ask for nicer people, and nobody really deserves what they're going through right now. And that's this. They contracted with someone who had a contractor's license, although I should stipulate they had a contractor's license number. The contractor's license had expired. The homeowner had never done anything like this. They'd never done a renovation before, which is true of most people. There are some very fortunate and blessed people out there in the world that have the kind of resources to, they've had numerous remodels or renovations done, and they kind of, they've gotten their feet wet. They know what to expect and so forth. By the way, I'm delivering a yard sign to another new project we've got, so if you hear some sheet metal rattling back there when I stop and start, I apologize. So I want to give you a couple of tips that will help you when you're interviewing a contractor. And honestly, a lot of people ask questions, but often they don't ask the questions that are the most important based on our years of experience. So first of all, understand that the term contractor doesn't mean they're a builder, doesn't mean they know how to build or how to remodel. Their license is to be able to write contracts, both with you, the homeowner or small business owner. In other words, the owner of whatever property is going to be receiving service. And then they need to be qualified to contract with others, subcontractors, whether it be a subcontractor who's going to manage or perform the work, run the project, do electrical, do HVAC, do gas work, do plumbing, whatever that case might be. I apologize for that cough. So the first step is you want to go to the DPOR. It's dpor.org, and DPOR stands for the Department of Professional and Occupational Regulation. That is the Virginia governing body that manages the all sorts of licenses in the state of Virginia. So in this case, we're talking about contractors. Now, a simple way to do it is go to whatever's your favorite search engine and type in VA, like for Virginia, VA contractor license lookup. And it should take you right to a link for the DPOR page where you can type in that contractor's name, or hopefully you've got their license number by now, and you type that license number in. It will then take you to a page that will tell you if the license is current, when it's going to expire, when they first received that particular license. So the expiration date is not unimportant, for instance, because if they're doing a fairly large project for you, and let's say they're going to be in your home for 3 months, and their expiration date is a month from now, well, you want to know that. And a simple conversation I would have with that contractor is, could we just both put this on our calendar, and would you please let me know, I see that your license is expiring on such and such date. Will you let me know when you have it renewed? Now, a contractor really worth talking about, in most cases, is going to be pleased that you're doing that homework, because when somebody has a clean record, their perspective is normally the closer you look, the better we look. So check all you like. That's awesome. So if they get offended by that, it's something to pay attention to. Just be thinking about that fact that bothered them. It doesn't prove anything. They might be a great contractor. They may not just be good at saying, hey, that's fine if you want to check. But I would do that. I would check their license. You'll also be able to see whether there are any outstanding complaints against them. You'll be able to see if there have been any disciplinary actions from the Board of Contractors. So just do your due diligence when it comes to looking up their license. Now, another thing you want to do is ask that contractor. Some contractors will offer this information. To be honest, we don't offer it because we know that we keep all of our stuff current. But some will offer it, others don't want you to ask. But ask that contractor if they would mind having their insurance agent fax them or email them or in whatever way deliver to them a current certificate of insurance. And you want to see that they have, at least a couple $1 million of general liability insurance. So there's going to be a GL or general liability coverage. And that ought to be no less than $1 million, but preferably $2 million. And then you also want to see that they have workers' compensation insurance. That is very, very important, because if they don't have it, that liability falls on you. Now, if a contractor says, I don't have to have workers' comp, there's only 2 employees, you need to understand this. Now listen to this carefully. He might have 2 employees, but from a standpoint of workers' compensation, for the purpose of workers' compensation and in the context of your project, if that contractor brings other subcontractors onto the job, then they are considered, in a loose sense, employees. I'm making quotation marks with my fingers. They are, in a loose sense, employees of that contractor for the purposes of that project. So, one other quick example would be a contractor that he amounts to himself or herself. So it's the contractor and 1 helper, and then the contractor says, you hire your own plumber, you hire your own electrician. I'll coordinate with them, but they're not my employees. You'd want to consult an insurance agent or a lawyer just to be 100% sure, but I believe in that instance, that contractor would not have to have workers' compensation and you would not have any additional liability over that. So those are 2 really important factors. Obviously, you're going to do your due diligence about, if you want to get 3 estimates, that's fine. Personally, I think that's overdone. And I'll tell you this, the larger the project, the less valuable becomes 3 estimates, because typically they're going to be all over the map. It's really going to be difficult to tell. And maybe I'll do another video on this sometime soon, because there are so many factors as to the way a contractor calculates his costs and what comes with that. So it's very tough to tell if you don't understand how that industry works, to be able to know that you're getting something extra for that additional $9,000, or what you're giving up because somebody else is $9,000 less. Whatever. You'll find prices are so broad, it's really hard to know that you're getting anything of value. A quality reputation, a contractor that you can tell knows what they're talking about. If you want to get some letters of reference, that never hurts. If you're unsure about the contractor, doesn't hurt to say, do you have 1 or 2 people I could call and ask about your services? That's never a bad thing either. So hopefully I don't want this to get too much longer, but that DPOR, check that out. Like I explained there, check out their workers' compensation and their general liability. By the way, on those insurance certificates, you can accept it, but I wouldn't count on something that contractor hands you, because if that sheet that he hands you is dated 6 months ago and it's a 1-year policy, But if that contractor's making monthly payments on premiums and they've stopped paying, that sheet was valid 6 months ago that they're handing you, but it may be useless right now. That's why it's always better to have an insurance agent fax you or email you or somehow deliver to you the current statement about their insurance. That will serve you much better. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. If you are in the Northern Virginia area and you need any kind of help with any sort of contracting, we do jobs anywhere down to, a front porch floor and rebuild some steps, all the way up to a luxury addition on your home, and about anything in between. We have incredible values on our replacement windows, replacement doors, siding, and roofing. And then we are also very competitive in all of our remodeling. We do beautiful kitchens with complete design work, bathrooms with design work if you need that help, outdoor decks, anything from a simple deck up to a really luxury multi-level deck with a built-in kitchen, outdoor kitchen, whatever. All kinds of stonework on the exterior of your home, patios. We do lovely travertine patios. Go over to our website, ravensworthcustom.com, or see us on Facebook, and you can see some pictures of some of our work. So my name is Glenn Tobias, and you can reach me at Glenn, with 2 N's, GLENN, at ravensworthcustom.com. You can reach me at 612-888-7244, 612-888-RCHI, like Ravensworth Custom Home Improvements. Hey, I look forward to hearing from you if we can be of any help to you at all. Thanks. Bye-bye.